come take a look through the orange lens, my friends. Use the force, folks. It's right there. Positive mental attitude. But it's balance, right? It's not fake it till you make it. It's grind till you flow. And that's how we do. Almost hit the dog with my little bleeper then. Thankfully we didn't, did we, Zig? Professional to the end. What have I got to be professional about, right? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is episode number 13 of Through the Orange Lens. Oh, I like. It's unlucky for some, they say, you know. I grew up at number 13. It was one of the things that encouraged me to be so defiant. You know, it's all bad luck and all of that, righto. So, you know, don't know what I'm going to say. I want to wish you all well. I want to send good vibes out to everyone. You know, times are crazy, but out of craziness, there's always a bit of sanity to be found. I don't think any of it's going to be here, but, you know, if you have a look around, you might find some somewhere. Yeah, man. I don't know, perseverance, not giving up. Shit, man, yesterday I dropped one of the best tunes I think I've ever dropped. I made a little video for it. It's not great, but considering it's the first video I've ever stitched together, it wasn't bad. You know, it helps to sort of give a visual to the audio, you know. So you can get at that all down in the links. And while you're down there, you might as well just... Oh, look! There's a like button. Tap to tap to tap 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 that tap to tap to tap tap that tap that tap to tap to tap tap that like button, while you're down there. But in the description below is a whole ton of links. I've slightly reorganised it. Andreas Antonopoulos, I believe his name is. I've put his link. I've raised it up the scales now, because honestly, like, I think BTC Sessions is really good for the beginners, right? Like, if you literally like, oh, let me go and have a look. Then as soon as you start getting your head around, like, the basics, right? What Bitcoin is, what a wallet is. I mean, Andreas Antonopoulos is insanely informed. He's a proper, like, crypto educator, right? But he seems pretty much specific to, like, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I'm finding really interesting. Anyway, down in the links below is you'll also find the Soundcloud page, of which there's a donate button. So if you want to go donate us some money towards our musical cause to help us keep pushing conscious good music at you, please feel free. And also down in the descriptions is a link to what else we got in there? We got loads of stuff down there. The Orange Pill podcast, a couple of audio books, right? You want a couple of Tao Te Ching is the name of the audio book, the Book of the Way. And also there is The Alchemist down there. Have a look at them too. I haven't added any more to them. Russell Brand's link's still down there. Chickadee, check him out because he's on it like a car bonnet. Yes, so the new song is now up on SoundCloud. It's also on my YouTube page, in my Guywithafork music playlist. It's in there with a couple of others. So yeah, go stream the shit out of it on SoundCloud. Go play it on YouTube, and while you're there, share it. Share it with some people. Like, even if you just, like, copy the link, inbox a couple of people you think that might like it. Anyone who's watching this, I'm pretty sure you're going to know one person that's going to like the song I just did. So go support it. But, you know, while we're here, yeah, man, I don't know. We have to get up. We have to breathe. We have to live. We have to go out. We have to do things we do and don't want to do in life, don't we? You know? But like I said, it's about balance, isn't it? You know, I'm not going to live my life supporting a system or trying to aim every energy I have at supporting this system. You can't help supporting it when you live in it, right? like, as much good as you do, the unfortunate reality of living in this society, like in the Western world, and you're giving them taxes, is we're a part of the problem. And until we can get away from this bind that we have, that we're kind of born into, we've got to try and do as much as we can, like Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin is money, and it's hard, and they can't steal it from you. Remember when the bankers stole savings? They stole savings from people in Greece, in Spain. Like, these motherfuckers don't give a shit. You can't steal Bitcoin. Have a go. It was created by security nerds and hackers. Blockchain, support it. Get some. I think Bitcoin and the Lightning Network is worth supporting. To get a node, and you can support both of them on that one node, from what I'm gathering from Andreas. You know, and shitcoin alert. Ethereum is really interesting. Like, nothing to do with money and the whole safety and stuff. And like, I can see there's some, but like NFTs, I think Ethereum's got some like sick programs for like artists. I'd love to see. I don't know if it's even like, it doesn't seem like the sort of thing that you would do with the Bitcoin blockchain anyway. You know, Ethereum seems to be that beast that can create some of these things that aren't hard money, right? That aren't like gold. You know, it can create this like opportunities for other things, you know, but it's centralized. So I don't know. I'm still trying to learn enough so that I can get like a broader view. Like, can you do so many things on Bitcoin, on the Bitcoin blockchain network, right? Working alongside and supporting Bitcoin, can we create music streaming services? Right? Can we create peer-to-peer social media? Can we create fucking everything we need to go fuck off system? I've got a feeling we can, but I'm still a noob. I'm a newbie. What do I know? Wet behind the ears. There's people that have forgotten more than I know. As a great builder I used to work with used to say to me, be like, John, don't get carried away, lad. I've forgotten more than you know. I was like, all right, Bob, all right. You know, he knew a lot about the job we were doing. I'll give him that. So yeah, I just think, you know, we've got options to look at. We don't have to be like, oh my God, this is all too fucking, we can't possibly do anything. There's people that didn't give up and they carried on doing things, and they created things like blockchain and Bitcoin and the internet, right? Like, I'm not like, so I've mentioned in the past, like the cypherpunks, and I think before them it was the cyberpunks, but regardless, like, I read their manifesto and that, and the only thing, I was just disappointed at the level of quitting they'd done in the real world. And I don't, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, right? Because I'm still a noob and I'm still learning. But through what I'd read, and it was like, everything they were saying was like, they'd given up on having any hope of like having like a healthy impact on the world. The fresh air breathing world, right? And it was like they were basically claiming their spot in cyberspace. And I'm like, no, I don't concede to that. Fuck no. I'm not. I am not, have not, and will not ever give up on having free land where governments don't rule, where a corporation is not king, where we are the power and our sovereignty is what we own. And we have to be damn well responsible with that, right? So I imagine that we'll want to chip in to, like, you know, some type of low-level police force, right? You know, we'll want to chip in to fire brigade for sure, to a health. We'll nationalise the health service again, right? Why would we privatise the health service? We know that's a bad idea, so why would we do it? So we got all these like epic opportunities that come out of many new technologies, and I think that, you know, I used to, like, I still, like, there's a romantic part of me that likes tradition, right? And then the major part of me that's like this progressive beast is like, fuck me, that shit is so restrictive, right? No wonder people got into Groundhog Day when you've got like these unhealthy, not natural traditions, you know? It's not part of the natural ways of life. It's just, you know, the colonials and the Roman Empire. But fuck them, they're yesterday. Like, when I look at the sea and I watch the waves coming in, right? And if you just go and look at the sea, right, and just watch the waves, the individual wave, let yourself really just like watch it come all the way, pick one from way out there, right? And you watch it coming all the way in, right? All the way, all the way, all the way. And you see it like bump as it's getting towards the coast, and like the bit coming out hits it, and it just does that bump, slight bump, and then pops up and it curls over. Honestly, watch the water, right? And the waves aren't worried about the one before or the one after. They're just doing their damn thing. And I keep getting this overwhelming thing of just don't worry about it, man. Just do your own thing. Right, which is what I'm doing here. It's not ignoring the problem. Doing my own thing is speaking to you kind people and taking up a bit of your fucking ear space for 15 to whatever minutes I choose to do. But I'm good with 15 for the moment. I think at this stage of the game, 15's a good. Who really wants to hear me yabble on for more than 15 minutes? I mean, if you want longer if you want longer videos than 15 minutes, hit me up in the comments. I'll take the challenge. You know, if I can do something cohesive, coherent-ish, bearing in mind it's me, there'll probably be a few side tracks in there. But, you know, if you want them longer, I'll go longer. But I just think for now, 15 minutes is good enough, right? And, but, you know, whatever. It's not about time to me. It's not about when I like having a time limit on it, right? So that I'm like, all right, okay, I'm nearly there, I've got to go. Which we're actually on 12. But it's to give me that I've got something to get towards, and it's dum, and but it doesn't matter what time scale I gave myself, whether that was 15 minutes, half an hour, or an hour. I'm pretty sure, knowing me, I'd find one way or another of filling it. But let's just leave this on looking at ourselves a little deeper. Always looking at the situation from the angle of, actually, how can I take responsibility for this? Not blame. How can I take responsibility for my part in this situation without trying to blame anyone else, right? And how can I look at myself to grow? I do this, right? It's not like I don't do this. I do this still. Because from what I've learned, that once you start like delving into self-awareness, like, you've still got to maintain. If you don't maintain, you'll just slip off and start becoming unconscious again. But if in that period of time you've retrained some pathways and you've got some more positive autopilots in place, you're going to be doing better than you were before. You know? Because at least if you retrain some of the autopilots you get from when you're a kid and shit, at least, like, you're in a better position as an adult. But, you know, let's not turn off. Let's not, you know, decide, oh, I can't be bothered or anything. Let's push. Let's push in ourselves first, because I truly believe that without any real change within inside each and every fucking one of us, right, we're going to struggle to make the good change we want, because we've all got to stand up. We've all got to go to the protests, to the marches, to the everything. We've got to go to streets and speak to people. We've got to be prepared to stand there in front of the police and go, no, you've got to stop and you've got to go home. You're protecting criminals. Stop and not fight them, right? Like, the police are inciting violence. Everything they're doing is literally, and they were trying to scare people, right, at Clapham Common. It was hilarious. They were like swinging their batons at them, and it kept making people run back. Soon enough, people started not moving, and the cops just got shook when they got near them. Because they can't just fucking hit you, can they? Not really. And so that stumped them. But, you know, so it's like anything, man. I learnt this at school. You stand up to the bullies and you find out how much of a bully they are. And if you've got to stand up to them even more, so be it. But fuck being walked over by anyone. My friends, use the force. Positive mental attitude. Be kind with your thoughts to yourselves like you would for others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves like you would for others. And let's get it. Get what, John? awareness course. Peace in.